Hi Lauren. We're going to try to do a quick 15 to 20 minute yoga video for you. All right? So here we go. Let's go ahead and lie on our backs. Just go ahead and find a comfortable pose. Knees can be bent, knees can be straight, whatever you're most comfortable with. And from here, just take that body scan. Let your face and your shoulders relax. It's always important before you get into a yoga session to just get in that right frame of mind, becoming present in the moment for your exercises, giving yourself that gift of being there for you right now, not worrying about what happened today or what's going to happen after this session. Maybe bringing some awareness to your breath, inhaling through the nose, and exhaling out of the nose. Continuing to breathe in and out, noticing those breaths and how they feel. And while you're doing this, I'd like you to think of something today that was beautiful. Kind of picture that in your head. It can be as simple as a pretty leaf, Jassi's smile. Just picture that, notice how that makes you feel. And then as you're ready, we're going to take both knees, bring them up, hug them into the chest, either holding below the knees or above the knees, just releasing any tension in your low back, maybe giving a little roll to each side. Exhale, place both knees down. And this time we're going to take the right knee and we're going to straighten that leg up to a less bent position, maybe pointing and flexing of the toe. Just finding some stretching in the back of the calf. And from here, let's go ahead and bring that knee into the chest as you exhale. Inhale, lift the knee back up. Exhale, bring the knee in. Exhale, open that knee up, bring the knee out towards the opposite shoulder. And then inhale, cross it over slightly. Inhale, flex the knee up or extend the knee up. Exhale, knee to chest. Inhale, knee comes out to the side. Exhale, bring it across. And one more time. Bring that knee nice and straight. And then exhale and set that leg all the way nice and flat. If the other leg is not flat, go ahead and stretch it out. Just take a moment to notice if there's a difference between one side versus the other. And as you're ready, bending the opposite knee up to the chest. You can leave the left knee bent or straight, but bringing that knee into the chest. And then we'll inhale, bring the leg nice and long, maybe pointing and flexing of the toes, stretching out your ankles. On your next exhale, bringing the knee into the chest. Inhaling the knee up straight. Exhaling, knee to chest. Inhaling, rock that leg out to the side. And exhaling, crossing it over. Inhaling, lift the leg straight. Exhale, knee to chest. Exhale or inhale, open the knee up to the side. And exhale, cross it over. Last time, inhale, straighten that knee. And exhale, set it down nice and straight. Take a moment to relax. Notice any difference between the two sides. And then we'll bend both knees up, rolling onto your side and pushing up into a seated position. From here, you're going to find length. Get your sit bones nice and grounded into your mat. Find length in that spine. Inhale, both arms come up to the sky. Exhale, drop the left hand down, little side bend to the left. Inhale, both arms come up. Clasp those fingers together As you exhale, round the back, flip the palms forward as you're almost like a cat spine here. Inhale, raise palms up, tilt the tailbone back. We're cowling the spine now. Exhale, set the right hand down, little side bend to the right. Make sure both sit bones are grounded into your mat. Inhale, both arms up. Clasp those hands together. And as you exhale, round through the back, push those palms forward. Inhale, palms come up to the sky. Inhaling, maybe tilt the tailbone out. And exhale, bring both hands down. Let's find our way onto a kneeling position. I'm going to show you sideways so you can see my toes. Tuck those toes onto the mat, sitting back towards the heel. That way we're stretching out in the arch of the foot. I'll turn here now. So staying here in the kneeling, we're going to inhale those shoulders up to your ears. Exhale, roll and set them back down onto your spine. Inhale, find nice length through the spine, through the head, to the crown of the head. And exhale, the left ear comes to the left shoulder. Inhaling, bring the head back up. And exhale, right ear to right shoulder. Bring that head up, relax. Coming off of the toes, finding ourselves into hands and knees position. Wrists are directly under the elbows and shoulders. Knees are directly under the hips. We're going to ground through those fingers, maybe clawing with the fingers, pushing the knees and the toes down, engaging your lower abs, maybe your pelvic floor. Find that strength right here. And on the next inhale, lift the left leg straight up and back. Exhale, cross it over the right side. Place the toes on the ground and peek over your right shoulder. Little side bend stretch here. Notice the breath expanding at the side of your rib cage. Exhaling it all out. On the next inhale, lift that leg straight back up. And we're going to take it to the side, setting your foot down. Come sideways so you can see me. And from here, we're going to walk the hands or just open the hands all the way up into gate pose. Nice and tall, reach nice and tall. Make sure those shoulder blades are sitting down. We're not shrugging our shoulders up. On your next exhale, we're going to place our hands down and walk them over to the right, maybe allowing our chest to bow down to the floor, noticing any stretch that you might feel in the shoulders. We don't want any discomfort or any pain, just a nice gentle stretch. Only go as far as where you're comfortable. And then inhale, walk those hands back up. We'll keep the leg out to the side. And let's cat-cow the spine from here. So inhaling, drop that chest, tilt the tailbone forward, tilt the head up. And exhale, rounding all the way back up. You can take that toe out to the side. You can point your toes out to the side if that's more comfortable on your hip. But we're moving with our breath here as we inhale for cow, exhale for cat. One more time. All right, bring that knee back underneath the hip. Take a nice inhale, exhale here. And your next inhale, we're going to take the right knee straight up and back. And exhale, cross it over, setting it on the left side, peeking over your left side, little side bend stretch here. Concentrating on your shoulders that you're pushing up out of the shoulder joint. You're not sagging down into it. Nice big breaths here, feeling the side body expand. On your next inhale, lift that leg back up right behind you. Exhale, bring it out to the side, placing the foot down, either walking your hands or lifting up through the core. Hands come all the way up, gate pose. And exhale, hands come down to the mat. Walk them over towards your left side. And again, bowing down, allowing the chest to melt between the shoulders. only going as far as you're comfortable. You can bring your head all the way to the mat or just as far as it goes. There's no gold star for bringing your head down to the mat. Just pay attention to your shoulders and how they feel in the chest and how it feels. Inhaling, walk those hands back up, coming back into tabletop, keeping that leg out to the side. Option again to bring the toe any direction that feels more comfortable in your hip. From here, we're going to inhale as we drop the chest, tilt that tailbone up to the sky, gaze forward. Exhale, rounding through the spine. Just moving at your own breath, your own pace, feeling each individual bone, moving one at a time. Nice stretch through the hip. Maybe a little different stretch than we've had before. One more time. And then we'll bring that knee right back under that hip. From here, we're going to root through the thumb and the index finger, tuck the toes, and lift up through the tailbone, coming up into your first downward facing dog. Make any modifications you need at this point. You can bend your knees. I prefer to bend my knees at first, letting my chest melt between my shoulders. Finding a long line between my tailbone all the way to the crown of my head. And once I find that, then I can pedal that out. And then when you're comfortable, maybe just setting back into downward facing dog for one breath here. On your next inhale, pushing forward into plank. And on the exhale, you're going to drop your right knee down to the ground. Take your right foot out as we roll up into a side plank position. Holding here, lifting up the back leg possibly. Doing some core work. We can hold that leg. We can bring the arms straight up above our head. We can exhale from the crunch. Elbow to knee. Inhale, reach and push. Exhale in, reach and push. 3, I'm going to do 2 more. 4, thinking about a nice long line from the toe to the hand. I think that's 4. If it wasn't, you're doing an extra one. Exhale, drop that knee, come back into hands and knees, lift up, downward facing dog. Nice, one breath here. Exhaling, drop the opposite knee. Bring that knee out to the side, rolling up onto that inside edge of the right foot. So here we are in a side plank pose. Inhaling, maybe lift that back leg. It's okay to stay inside plank. We don't have to lift the leg either. Maybe finding that length, reaching that arm straight over your head. Exhaling, elbow to knee. Inhaling, reach. 2, 3, 4. Finding that strength in your glute, your core, staying lifted, not sagging. 1 more, 5. Reach, place that knee down, hands come back underneath the shoulders, lifting up, downward facing dog. From here, you're going to look forward. You can walk, step, or hop to the front of your mat, forward fold. Tilt that tailbone up to the sky, find a little bit more length in the hips so you can hinge from the hips, forward fold. Inhaling, slight bend in the knees as you circle, sweep the arms all the way up overhead. Exhale, hands come to touch to heart center. Take a little breath here. Let's release the hands, bring them back behind you on that inhale, open the chest wall. We want to open those pec muscles only as much as what's comfortable for you. We don't want to cause any pain, but we also do want to have a little stretch here, because with some gentle stretching, hopefully we can work out any tightness that is up in those pec muscles. Holding here, maybe even clasping the hands if that's comfortable. If not, keep the hands right there. Maybe holding an imaginary beach ball. Relax the shoulders into your joint. Inhale. Exhale, relax the arms and inhale all the way up. Exhale, hinging from the hips, forward fold, leading with the chest, hands come down to the ground. Let's take the left leg, step it back, dropping the knee or keeping it straight. Actually, let's drop the knee. And then we'll exhale, straighten that front knee. Inhaling, come forward, planting the left hand as we reach the right up for a twist. Exhaling, hand comes down, stepping back, downward facing dog. And stepping, hopping, or walking up into forward fold. Inhaling, arms circle, sweep up to touch, hands come to heart center. One more time, inhaling all the way up. Exhaling, hinging from those hips. This time reaching the right leg back, drop that knee. Inhale, open the chest, exhale, stretch that front knee forward only as much as you can tolerate or what's comfortable. Inhale, coming forward, planting the right hand as we twist up to the left. Exhale, coming down. Lift that back leg, step back, downward facing dog. And inhaling, look forward, step, walk, or hop to the front of our mats. Inhaling, circle, sweep the hands all the way up to the sky. Hands come to touch. And heart come to heart center. This time, inhaling, arms come up. Exhale, sit back for a chair pose. I like my knees a little bit separated, about hip distance apart. I don't want my knees coming together. I want them right over the toes. I want to see my big toes in front of my knees. I don't want to be over this way and I don't want to be this way. Holding here, engaging those lower abs, maybe lifting the pelvic floor. Inhale as we come up tall, hands come to heart center. Exhaling, sit back, hands come up. Exhaling, returning to stand, hands come to heart center. Moving with the breath, inhaling, sit and reach. Exhaling, stand, hands come to heart center. 3 more times. I lied, one more time. All the way down. Exhaling, forward fold, straightening those knees, forward folding down, stepping back into plank pose. Holding here, let's count to 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Dropping of the knees, slowly lower your chest all the way down. Nice and slow. Place the elbows directly under the shoulders. Lift that chest for Sphinx pose. Grounding the hips into the mat, grounding the tops of the feet in, pushing up through the palms, pushing up through the shoulders. Close your eyes. Find that beautiful thing that you thought of in the beginning. Reconnect to that. Exhale, lower the chest all the way down. Hands come under the shoulders as we push back, tabletop position, tucking the toes, lifting up, downward facing dog. From here, we're going to walk our hands backwards, a little different, coming into our forward fold this way. Thinking about our tailbone, we want to make sure our tailbone is tilted up towards the sky, hinging from those hips, nice straight back. We're not rounding through our back. Take a little bend in the knees. Inhale, circle, sweep the arms all the way up to the sky. Hands come down to the side, taking your right leg, step it all the way forward, back leg. Foot's going to turn out about a 45-degree angle. Front of the hip should be towards the front of the mat. And from here, we're going to inhale those arms up. Warrior 1. Take a peek at that front knee. We don't want it inside the toe. We don't want it in like this. We want to see the big toe on the inside. We also don't want the knee in front of the toe. You find your modification, your pose, and then on the next inhale, we're going to drop the hands down just a little bit, almost cactus arms here. Again, opening the chest here, breathing it in, letting the air come in, opening that chest. Inhale. On the next exhale, straighten the front knee, bring the arms up. Inhale, down, arms come out. Exhale, reach and straighten. Moving at your own breath here. Exhaling up, stay here. Reach, inhale, next inhale. Exhale, hinging that front hip, bring it in towards the body as we lean forward into pyramid pose. Hands can be at your thigh, your shin, or your ankle. Stretching that hamstring in the back, holding here. Take one more breath. Taking a little bit of the knee, walking that hand back up. Hands come up to, again, warrior one. Let's take the back leg, point the toes to the front of the mat. We're in a high lunge position now. Now take that back leg, swivel it all the way, open it so it's parallel to the back end of the mat. Bring the arms out to the side, warrior two. Straighten the front knee, grow length. Exhale, hinge from that hip, bring that hip in forward, reach, 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 straight out in front. Exhale, hand comes down to your thigh, shin, or ankle. Back hand comes up. Triangle or Trikonasana pose. Holding here. Now I want you to focus on the core. On the next inhale, use that core to lift your body all the way up. Shift slightly back, exhale, reaching the right arm up. Again, thinking about that core, use the core, reach, 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 lift, 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 lift. Exhale, let's bring the back leg up to meet the front, back into mountain pose. I'm going to switch to the other side so I can do it on the other leg and you can see me. From here, we're going to step our opposite leg back into warrior one. So the back leg is at a 45-degree angle. The pelvis is pointing to the front of the room. Engage those lower abs, lengthen to the tailbone. Really engage your core. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale. Your next inhale, drop the hands, open them up nice and as wide as what you're comfortable. Let that air in, let the air fill up the chest. Think about all the beauty and the goodness coming into your heart space. The next inhale, straighten that front knee, reach up tall. Exhale, coming down. Inhale, reach up, or exhale, reach up. Inhale, coming down, straightening that front knee. 2 more times. Exhaling up. Inhaling, coming back. Exhaling, reach up. Stay here. Hinge from the hips as we fold forward, pyramid pose. And stay here for 2 breaths. Walking or using that core to lift yourself all the way up, keeping that bend in the knee. Let's inhale the arms up, taking that back leg, point it so the toes are to the front of the room. Exhale. Inhale, reach, 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 engage those core muscles. Exhale, rotate that back leg out so it's parallel to the back end of the mat. Arms come out to the side, warrior two. Inhale, find that length again. Exhale, reach forward, palm comes up. Oh, straighten the front knee. Reach, 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 reach. Exhale, hand comes down to thigh, shin, or toes, ankle. Pure or Trikonasana, triangle pose. Holding here, thinking about our core, engaging the core, using that core to lift, 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 lift all the way up. And then exhaling, hinging back just slightly and coming into a reverse triangle pose. On your next breath, using the core, lift, lift, lift all the way up. And exhale, bring that foot up to match. So we are back at the front of the mat. Almost done. Let's go ahead and do one balance pose. We'll do a tree pose. Hands come to heart center. Engage those core muscles. Lift up your pelvic floor. Find a focal point 3 to 6 feet in front of you. Put all the way over onto your right leg. As you're ready, kickstand the left. Keep it right there, or possibly lift it to the shin or above the knee. We don't want it in the knee joint. You can engage. Think about opening that hip up, engaging your glutes. Hold, hold, hold. Rooting through the bottom foot. Maybe growing our branches. And with intention, setting that leg back down. Shake it out. Shake those legs out. Put all the weight on your left side now. Spiraling or kickstanding the right leg. Hands come to heart center. Finding that focal point. Engaging through our glutes. When we're ready, staying here or possibly lifting the foot up to the shin or above the knee. engaging the glutes, really externally rotating or bringing that hip open, engaging those abs, rooting through the foot, growing our branches if we so wish. And with intention, setting that foot all the way back down to the ground. Lastly, let's take a nice inhale, reach those arms up, come up on your toes, reach, nice long length. Exhale, come down on the heels, hinging forward from the hips all the way down. Stepping those knees back, setting them down onto the ground, setting the hips back, forward folding into child's pose. Arms can be outstretched, or if you'd rather them be next to you, just for a little relaxing pose, bring the forehead to the mat. Just allow your body to release here in this child's pose. And bringing your mind back to that thought of what is beautiful to you today. As you're ready, walking the hands all the way back up. Let's bring the legs out in front of us. Let's bring the soles of the feet to touch. Rooting through the sit bones nice and tall. Exhaling, hinging from the hips, walking the hands forward into Baddha Konasana, butterfly pose. Leading with the chest, thinking about that logo of the shirt coming towards your feet. With your next inhale, maybe find a little bit more length through the spine. Exhale, maybe we can hinge a little bit further, maybe not. When you find that point of resistance in your hips, then you can relax, allow your spine to roll forward, and just enjoy that stretch. Hold here for a few breaths. As we're ready, walking those hands all the way back up, bringing the knees together, feet are planted on the mat. And in 3 parts, we're going to make our way onto the ground. So engaging those lower abs, hands come out to the side. Inhale, find length. Exhale, move 1/3 of the distance down. Inhale, come all the way back up. Exhale, move 2/3 of the way down. Hold. Inhale, back up. And the last time, exhale, roll each individual bone one at a time with control until you find yourself all the way onto the mat. Bring those hands all the way over your head. Let the legs go long, nice full body stretch here. Exhale, hands come down. Bring those knees into the chest, give them a hug. And here is your option to take your Shavasana or final resting pose, which I hope you do because it is actually the most important part of your yoga. All of the yoga poses are designed to help quiet the mind so you can finally get a restful moment in not only your body but your mind. So taking your Shavasana, you're allowing your hands to come down at your side, allowing your legs to relax. Taking a body scan from the top of the head, allowing the jaw to relax, allowing the shoulders to relax, the elbows, the hands, allowing the pelvis to melt deep into the ground, allowing the ankles to be heavy, knees roll out. And as you rest here, knowing that thoughts will come and go, which is perfectly fine, but know that you are not your thoughts. You are a beautiful light inside. Witnessing those thoughts that you've learned for years. And I want you to just focus, or I invite you to focus on the space between those thoughts for a nice, quiet, calm time. for sake of time. You can stay here longer, you could hit pause. Or you can come back to your breath, wiggle your toes and your fingers, make any bigger movements you might need to make. Taking a moment to roll onto your side, thanking yourself for opening this video and doing this for yourself because you're awesome and you rock. Pushing yourself all the way up to a seated position. Inhaling the arms all the way up to the sky, hands come to touch. Exhale, slice those hands all the way down to your heart center. Maybe a little nod down to your chest. Thank you for asking me to do this video for you, and I hope you enjoyed it. And I love you, and I will see you soon. Namaste.